I'm Suzanne Murphy. I'm the group publisher of the Trade Publishing Division at Scholastic. What I do is I work with the Trade Publishing Group, and I determine what's on the publishing lists each season. I help the editors and designers and marketing publicity departments publish our books and get them out into the world. Well, I've always worked in children's books my entire career, from an internship in college all the way up until now. And I think when you work in children's books and you're dedicated to children's books, Scholastic is like the place to be. So I came here 4 years ago, and I've always wanted to work here, so I'm thrilled to be here now. A good children's book gets kids reading. It gets them reading more. It gets them finishing the book. It gets them to another place. It gets them to realize that they're not alone, and it teaches them something, but it can also entertain. So even if it's nonfiction, a great children's book will entertain them as well as teach. And then there's those books that are so great that you know that 20 years down the line, they'll remember that that book changed their life and changed how they read and how they see things. And that's a great children's book. My favorite children's book of all time is not a book actually I read as a child, but it is to me one of the most perfectly written children's novels of all time, and it's Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt. It's just perfect. I don't think there's a single word in there that shouldn't be in there, and it's just, it's got everything, and it's just a wonderful story. I've got a lot on my mind these days, but one of the biggest things is just how experimental writers and designers and authors and editors are being these days in children's books. So we have some wonderful books coming out. We have the second book in the Hunger Games, which I think is called Catching Fire, which I think really pushes the envelope, and really Suzanne Collins, the writer, has thrilled us, and I'm so excited about that book coming out. But also on things like 39 Clues and Pat Carmen's Skeleton Creek books, even things like The Invention of Hugo Cabret, which we published about 2 years ago. We are just doing so much experimenting with format, with how kids are reading and what's getting them excited. So I have on my mind mostly is what we're going to do next.